how we get started. We are looking at Power BI, and today the objective is that we should be able to prepare an income statement. We can't prepare an income statement from a general ledger, the whole of it, but at least we should be able to cover, basic grounds, great grounds here, which will be able to help us as accountants know how to develop an income statement using Power BI. Remember, Power BI, BI stands for Business Intelligence. It's an intelligent tool, very, very intelligent tool, which you can easily use to navigate your ways and get very, very well informing analysis, which as an accountant, then will be able to place to your seniors in your companies so that they can use that information now to make what year, to make decisions. So then this is what I'm doing pretty fast, ladies and gentlemen. I'm coming here. Yeah, I'm sharing my screen there. So come here. I'm looking for my application called Power BI Desktop. It's here. I'd already downloaded it. And it's my belief that everybody has it on their computers. So I double click there. It's opening up. It's a heavy app. Yeah. So in this case here, remember the way we have explained now, this is the third session. All right. So here, so we have a learn with sample data, SQL, Excel, workbook, etc. The most important thing is that I want to fetch my data. So you say here, get data from other sources into Power BI. When I do like that, there is a pop-up window. So this pop-up window, because it's Excel workbook that is here, I'm simply going to say, hey, connect me with the Excel workbook. When I say connect me to Excel workbook, I'm looking for my RCM3 document. Then I say here, open. Things are now being transferred from Excel. Great things, ladies and gentlemen. Great things. Now, you can see what we have here are so many things. But for my today's class, the database that I would want to develop is a database that has got a calendar. Calendar is very, very important. Chart of accounts, this is very, very important. We have general ledger. GL is the mother of all. So these I have to pick it. So GL. Then the territories are also very important for me to know these goods, where were they sold? So you come and click like that. So remember, when I've finished, I don't need to retake this again like calendar. No. Whatever I've picked are enough. And because this is really an intelligent system, you can see it is suggesting other two tables for me, suggested tables. It wants me to pick cash flow statement. It wants me to pick table 2, which is all about statement of what year, changes in equity. All right. I don't want to do this. No, I'll just leave this out. Then now you can see here, two great icons. An icon of loading now this into my database, Power BI, or in this case here, first of all, before I load, then I can transform data in BDA. Those who have done BDA, to transform means what? You have to clean it up. You clean it up, all right? We don't want to clean this data. I've not shown you how to clean any data. I've not shown you how to add columns, how to delete some columns, all right? All right. So in this case here, I'm basically working with clean data, which I've been able to clean in Excel. So the most important thing is to come and now just load. You load this data. So now you can see things are happening. Things are happening pretty fast. My model is being created. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see things are happening, and they have happened for sure. How do I know things have happened? I can see my data is here. And the things that I picked, like the calendar, the chart of accounts, the general ledger, the territories, they are here. So the data now is already on the Power BI's database. So then, as a good scholar, when I take my data into Power BI, the very first thing that I should do, and I told you this yesterday, without even looking at the data, how it is in the tables. We have these icons here. We have the first icon is the report view icon. It's also known as the dashboard. This is the section for dashboard, where I'll be able to build my visuals, my graphs, my summarized matrices, and the data tables. Then we have in this case here the table views. Yeah, if I click the table views, you'll be able to see in this case, ladies and gentlemen, like now this is the table for calendar. All right. I can play around. I can go to chart of accounts, see how chart of accounts looks like. I can go to general ledger. Like general ledger in this case is really, really very, very important. Yeah. General ledger, very, very important. And this is what I'll be using like my trial balance, you need like a trial balance. I love using general ledger. You can use two ways here to come up with your income statement, your statement of changes in equity, your statement of financial position and cash flow. You can work them out using a trial balance or a general ledger. I prefer general ledger because general ledger, I can drill down more. I can go to performance on a daily basis. General ledger is really detailed because you can see general ledger, we have dates every day. So I can drill down my performance, for example, in 2 weeks, months. So I prefer really getting my financial statements from the general ledger. I'll be able to explain the two. Then we have the territory. Territory in this case here, where were these things sold? You can see, for example, territory, we have the keys. These keys are the ones we take to the general ledger, to the master roll. So you say Q1, you can see in this case here, Q1, the sales were done in USA, all right? And then you can see the continent, North America, it is the region, etc, etc, etc. So I'll be able to explain this very well. But I don't start from there. I don't start from there. We have two very, very important icons here. We have, this is the dashboard. This is where I get all my tables that I was able to transfer to Power BI. Then we have the relationships here, model view. This is where we begin from. So I'll be able to come and click this one here. Yeah, great. And once I click this, ladies and gentlemen, what should I do? I will make these properties collapse. I will hide this first. How do I make it collapse to increase the space for this? I'll simply come and just click this one here. And then you can see things are happening. And then I'll be able to move end to end. Using this one here, I can drag this. I move, it's at the end here, west. I move the end to see where there are other, like now these are hidden. So this one here that is hidden, I will need to bring it. I will need to do, in this case, the general ledger is my master role. I can take it up a little bit. And then I come and take this calendar. Yeah, I take this calendar and then I put it just below everything here, like that. I can even, in this case here, try to do what here, to scale this a little bit down, to zoom this, to zoom this, to zoom this, in this case here, a little bit what here in. Yeah, to have everything in this case here fitting. And then I can now space this calendar. I can just space it a little bit like that. The chart of accounts, I can try to take it out. This one I can see whether I can take it out. That's the end of it. Our things that are balanced. My model must be balanced very well. Yeah, like that. All right. So I can see good questions there, but it will allow me to do something so that I can be able to respond. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what I told you, this is where we have now our model. This is our database that defines what are relationships. How are our tables related? Now, ladies and gentlemen, you can see, for example, if you come and just hover around here, if you hover around here, between the GL, remember GL is the mother of all. So GL and territory, if I hover here, I can see territory key. Guys must be seeing territory key. So this is a good relationship because it is territory key and territory key being, in this case here, somebody spoke about yesterday, correlation, So territory key, territory key. When I come, for example, and I hover between G and L and the chart of accounts, when I hover here, what am I seeing? Account key, perfect, perfect. But now there is a problem between general ledger and the calendar. The two must be fixed. If they're not related at all, then automatically nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. I need, in this case here, to create a relationship between these two. I need to create a relationship between these two. Who can tell me? What do you think in this case here am I going to connect What do you think will be connecting between the general ledger? What do you think will be connecting the general ledger to the calendar? Somebody talk to me. What do you think will be connecting the general ledger to the calendar? Yeah, the date, the date, the date. So then what I need to do is to come here and drag the date. You carry it, you drag the date down and let it fall on this other date. So you get the date from the general ledger. You get the date from the general ledger, you drag it down and have it slip on this other date of the calendar, like that. In some Power BIs, when you do that slip, when you take in this case here date from the above, down there, it should have connected automatically. But mine, you can see it is bringing what here? A new relationship. Select tables and columns that are related. So from the GL, I want this date column. And now because I did the drop, you can see also calendar, it is date column that is what here grayed out. That is live. So mine is simply because I'd already brought them together. Mine is simply to come and say, make this relationship active by saying save. So when I say save, you can see now things are happening. You can see the relationship has been defined. And if I try hovering around this thing here, if I put this thing here, I can see date and date, there is a connection. Date and date, there is a connection. So now I would want to drop this screen of mine down and to give you guys an opportunity to ask questions. And if possible, please share your screens for me to see whether you guys are doing the correct thing. Yeah, we can share this. Let me just resend. I'll keep on sending this severally. But if we have good Samaritans, they can as well do what here. They can as well help Mwalimu, you know. Whenever you get somebody who is asking for this, okay. Then today what I'll do, because I realize also that like yesterday, I answered so many questions, which is really. But because today I would want to make some progress, what I would do is first of all to take like 30 minutes. I finish with those guys that I started with, because I'm so sure the ones who are telling me to repeat have just joined me now, which is good because of course you guys are mature students. You know, as a mature student, there are so many things that are beckoning for for your attention. All right. But if you would allow me to just do one or more things here, and then I leave those students, in this case, you're now practicing, and then I'll be able to start the same concept from scratch. I want to believe that way, then we shall be very good. We shall be very good. Now, if you allow me, then I'll be able to go straight away to my table. So in my table, now I want to do things. I want to do magic. So once I've seen my model now is connected, I will not go to the DAX. You know, this DAX is what so many students in this case here really fear. DAX. It's called the data analysis expressions. This is what so many students in this case here really fear. Even Power BI has been, you can see DAX queries are here to help you quickly explore and gain insights from your semantic data model. Let's get started by right-clicking items in the data pane to generate the DAX queries, such as top 100 rows, top 100 companies, and show the values in a data column. Once you get going, turn on Copilot with control, in this case here, to also help you write the DAX query you need. AI is now in operation here, that you can have in this case here now a Copilot, because you know DAX is like kind of a programming, and the people don't like programming, right? So these guys have been able to come up with a DAX query tool where you'll be able to, I mean, what do you want to do? It gives you like a code. You go and paste that code, I'll be able to show you how to do it. It's very, very easy. You can see, for example, like now they're doing something here, like if you don't have a calendar, you can see if you don't have a calendar, it'll be able to give you a code. All right. Although I don't want to do that today, even as an accountant, this may not really be like our major. No. For us, the DAX, even myself, having worked for a Swedish organization for the last 4 or 5 years or so years before, of course, I left. I mean, I dealt with Power BI for quite a long time. I was working for a company that was in 140 countries, right? And I was required to manage accounts for those particular what year countries and report like on a real-time basis. So I became so good with this Power BI, and yet I was not able to do, DAX is really high level, but I'll be able to show you the kind of DAX that you need as an accountant just to do what, to survive, to do very well your work. You don't need to know a lot of DAX and then you start hating Power BI. No. And again, DAX comes as a result of what you're practicing and using this Power BI. If you start using Power BI like on a daily basis, then you'll be able to know DAX like 30 to 40%. You will really be an outstanding accountant. If you to understand like 30 to 40% of DAX, I mean, you will be that high caliber of accountants outside there. So DAX, data analytics or analysis, what here? Expressions. Somebody sometime back asked me, why did they not call it DAE for data analysis expressions? That's beyond me. These guys decided that for expressions to take X DAX. Perhaps they looked at DAX. Sounds well. Sounds nice. All right. Then for now, we shall be able to skip this. Now, listeners and gentlemen, listen and listen to me very well. I'll go back to my relationships. So not relationships, but tables now. So there is some small cleanup that I must do for each of these tables, but now I'm moving slowly for you to see. So like I could start in this case here with what here? With calendar. Let me start with calendar. So then what I'll do, this is a very, very important cleanup before you do anything. Go to each columns of the calendar, like date. See how this has been defined. I can see this is very good, date. The format, I don't like this Wednesday being inside here, this day. No. I would want the shorter date. So I'll come here and I pick this short date. Please try following. All right. Then I look at summarization. I don't expect dates to be having sigma. So in this case here, date, don't summarize. Those three things only, you are good to go. Allow me to repeat with year. When I come to year, when I click on year, of course, I'll not have a problem here. Whole number, that's very good. Whole number, year cannot be 2018.5. So whole number is great. But you see summarization, they're telling me that summarization, there is a sum. No, I don't want to sum years of what importance will be. I mean, to me, when I sum years, how will that be really important? Nothing there. So here, I'll always be saying in this case here, don't summarize. There's a drop down. Don't summarize. Yeah, you can see it has now changed. I come to quarters, do the same. You can see this like now, this is very good. Don't summarize. I come to months, I do the same. Ensure that you have everything. I mean, works here, don't summarize. Day, everything. Again, should be don't do what here, don't summarize. So now you are through with the calendar. Go to chart of accounts and see whether there is any problem. So chart of accounts, you simply go to each one of them. You start with the account key, whole number. Can see these are numbers. Yeah, great. Don't summarize. Great. Then I'll be able to move very fast report. So report, very good. Don't summarize. Class, very good. Don't summarize. Subclass, very good. Don't summarize. Subclass 2, very good. Very good. Don't summarize. Account, everything very nice. Don't summarize. I love that now. So we go to sub accounts. Everything, don't summarize. Very good. Very good. I just check whether we have something here at the corner. Nothing really. Nothing. So I would want to pause a little bit and ask, or rather before I go there, let me come to GL. So GL, start with entry number. You see like it has got this sum. Let's remove this sum. Don't summarize. Go to date. Date I would want a short, not the one that has got, no, short date always. The one that starts with days, month, year, short date. All right. Don't summarize. That's very good. Territory, everything is good. Don't summarize. I have account key. Everything is good. Don't summarize. Perfect. Details, everything is good. Don't summarize. Amount, now I expect amount to be summarized. I expected some here. I expected some here. So if it was don't summarize, I would have changed this to summarize. You go ahead and do. Remember, you had 4 accounts that you borrowed from your Excel. Come to this territory. Territory here, you have to be very, very careful. So territory key, these are numbers. I don't expect summarization. Country, you have to be very, very careful. Whenever you see country and you are doing Python programming, you're doing in this case here, even the mean, you must always be very, very careful. Power BI with country because of what here, because of don't summarize is very good. Here, data category. And a data category for country, you have to be very careful because of the mapping. So for country, you must come and pick country there. Like now, this region, I can see these are like continents. Yeah, all right. So in this case here, for region, uncategorized, no, uncategorized continent will be very good. So I've been able to finish doing that cleanup. Is there anybody before? Is there anybody, ladies and gentlemen, who has been able to reach where Mwalimu has reached? Anybody by any chance who has been able to reach where Mwalimu has reached by any chance? Do we have anybody who has been able to reach where Mwalimu has reached? Angie, great, great. Yeah. And of course, if you are a little bit lost, Mwalimu is coming back for you. 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 All right. Then, ladies and gentlemen, I should be able to continue a little bit. A little bit. Now then, what do I want to do? Now I've been able to finish this. The table is okay. Now I'll be able to go now to my visuals here. These visuals are very nice. Now I start building up my dashboard. So I will start building up my dashboard. So how do I build my dashboard? I know what my directors want. My directors want me to account for the sales, for the total amount. So then I'll be able to go to the general ledger. So I go to the general ledger here. So this general ledger, I can now do what here, somebody, this general ledger, I will be able to expand this. So the general ledger, remember this general ledger, you know, when it is like this, when it is facing, and this arrow is facing like that, it's only one. If you want to drill down, if you want to drill it down to get more components of general ledger, you change this arrow to face down by clicking on it. So you click on this. And then now you'll be able to see there are many things here. All right. Now you'll be able to bring the amount. But before you bring the amount, you must define for Power BI, what kind of graphics do you want? Do you want a graph? What kind of dashboard do you want? Do you want a graph? No. To begin with, I would always go for not even a table. I'll always go for a matrix. There is this matrix here. So you click matrix. When you click matrix, what are you seeing happening here? Things are happening here. Now I'm getting, in this case here, there's a gentleman, a matrix here. Nice, nice, nice. So when I say I want a matrix, there are some things that I've been able to come down here. You can see we have rows, columns, values, and then we have the drill through. Drill throughs are very, very nice. All right. So the first thing that I would want is to come here. Remember, I'm handling the general ledger. So this general ledger is the one that I've been able to expand. And what I want to evaluate is the amount. So you carry this amount down here to the values. You carry the amount down here to the values like that. So when you carry this amount down to the values, what are you able to get? When you carry down this amount to the values, the total sales figure will be given to you. The total sales figure will be given to you. Sum of amount. Is there somebody who has been able to get this sum of amount like this? Is there anybody who has been able to get? Yeah, please reshare. You're back with questions. Please ask as many as possible. But remember, I requested for about 30 minutes. I just walk through with the ones that I started with. I'm so sure I started with quite a number. And then I'll be able to come back and repeat everything. Yeah, I think that will really, really, really Yeah, people are getting this. People are getting this. Brilliant. Great. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please, because I would want to finish with this group and then I send them away and then I start again. And when I send them away, I don't expect them to go because Power BI needs a lot of repetition. Power BI, you have to repeat, 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 and repeat, and repeat, and repeat. There is nobody who is a superstar in Power BI. Even myself, I perfected after I practiced this Power BI for so long. Yeah, you are waiting. Thank you very much, Nancy. She's waiting. Great. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there is something that I would want you to see here. There is something I would want you to see here. There is something I would want you to see here. I have zoomed too much. So there is something very, very important that I would want you to see here. Something very important that I would want you to see here. So remember, we are looking at our matrix. We are looking at our matrix. And our matrix, we've been able to get a number here. I'm trying to zoom out for you guys to see. So I've been able to get a number there. But you see, this number I had not shown you. It has got many years. And I would want to do a P and L for, each year. So then the very first thing that I expect you, then next thing, that I expect you guys to do is to come to your calendar here. Please have this calendar collapsed. Drill down your calendar like that. And then I would expect you to come and bring the ears to be your columns. So you carry the ears, you carry the ears, you carry the ears, you carry these ears, ladies and gentlemen, to the columns like that. So when you carry these to the columns, what is happening now? What is happening now? What is happening now? Sorry, I did this in a wrong graphic. I should have come back here. Okay, so allow me to pick this ear. So this ear, put the ear under the columns here. What are you seeing now? Things are happening. Things are happening. Things are happening, ladies and gentlemen, here. You can see we have 2018, 2019, 2020. Now the sales figure. Don't worry, I'll be able to put this sales figure here. All right. Now great things are happening. So again, I would want to know whether there is any student who has been able to reach where Mwalimu has reached. Is there any student who has been able to subdivide this entire amount into the 3 years? Because the income statement is yearly. Income statement is yearly. All right. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, remember this 24, I can go back to this. This 24, by the way, is not even a sales figure. It's not sales figure. This 24 in your general ledger, it is the total of that amount. Then what you need to do to be able to now subdivide this into the various categories, please come here. You can see where we have chart of accounts. Click chart of accounts. Click chart of accounts. And the chart of accounts, I would want you to go and look for this subclass. I'll be able to explain why subclass. So this subclass is what I want you to transfer to the rows. Please keep on navigating here with this. The subclass is what I want you to take to the rows. Add a data field here. This subclass, please come and take the subclass here. Put it there, subclass. Great. Things are happening. Wow. Things are happening here. Things are happening here. Great. Things are happening here. Then I would want to see whether there is anybody who has been able to reach where Mwalimu has reached by having any one of you, any one of you who has been able to reach where Mwalimu has reached, sharing their screens. Please share your screen here to motivate somebody. To motivate somebody, please share your screen. To motivate somebody, please share your screen. If you have been able to reach where Mwalimu has reached. I'm telling you this Power BI, you go to an interview, you are given a general ledger, you're given a trial balance. This is a game changer because you don't have to cram so many formulas as we normally cram in Excel. You don't have to cram nothing. Hmm? Yeah, I can see Rose is trying to share here. Let's give her time. It's loading. It's loading. Yeah, I can see Kim has been able to screenshot and has been able to share. Hey, Mwalimu, you're not alone. Mwalimu, you're together. Thank you very much, Rose. Thank you very much, Rose, because I can see you have reached exactly where Mwalimu has reached. Any other ninja that I can either share or, in this case here, share their work through either as a photo. Yeah, I can see this other ninja called, the ninja has not named himself, but he's doing a very good job. Thank you so much. He's doing a very good job. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Then I can continue. I finish with these guys here. I'm almost finishing with them. I'm almost finishing with them. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please listen and listen and listen and listen and listen to me very well. Listen and listen and listen to me very well. Now you have reached that point where I emphasize that now you need to do what you do. Listen and listen and listen to me very well. Great. Now, you see, ladies and gentlemen, we have various filters in Power BI. You can see we have this filter where you search. Filters on this visual, subclass is all, sum over amounts, year, blah, 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 blah. And then we have here filters on this page. Filters on this page. You see, we have got various pages. We have page one, page. These pages can be very many. So here I'm looking at filters on this page one alone. And then now we have down here, if you scroll down a little bit, we have what we call filters on all pages, where you put a filter, one filter, and it's able to filter all the pages. We haven't yet reached there. We are still down here in terms of trying to learn, ladies and gentlemen. So you're still on page one. So it is this filter on this page that I would want you to come, whatever you brought here as subclass, this subclass is what you carry again. Carry it for the second time, carry it and put it here. Filters on this page. You see, the way this data has been taken, it has got things that do not belong to the income statement. For example, you can see assets, they don't belong to the income statement. You can see so many things like they don't belong to the income statement. These are liabilities, right? So now I would want to filter these things one at a time. What do you want in the income statement? In the income statement, I want sales, I want cost of sales, I want my gross profit, I want my operating expenses, I want, in this case here, my profit before whatever. All right? So then when I come, ladies and gentlemen, here, I've been able to say filter. If I just come and toggle this a little bit down, I'll be able to see my filters. And I'll be able to advise Power BI exactly what do I want. I'll be able to go down here and then I'll be able to pick, like, I just want sales. Now you can see sales has come up for the 3 years. So when you are doing this initially, you don't need these totals. You don't need these totals initially because you want to build this slowly. You get, in this case here, gross profit. You don't want these totals. So if you want to kill the totals, it's very, very easy. You simply come to editor. This one is for editing here, formatting. Yeah. If you click on this, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be able to see here and go down just a little bit. Go down just a little bit. You'll be able to see columns up. I don't want these columns up. I don't want them. So I'll simply say off. If I say off, this disappears. I also don't want these row subtotals. I don't want them. Off. Disappears. So now I'm left with sales and I'll be able to build this slowly, cost of sales. Slowly, like that. And then the good thing with Power BI is that once you have done, like now for 1 year, or like now for these 3 years, when you'll be coming to 2021, yours will only be doing things in the general ledger, and the 2021 now you'll not be coming to do this income statement. It's very clever. It's recording all the processes. Unlike in this case here, Excel, where you have to turn on the macros, you keep on recording the macros. Here, this thing is recording what you are doing exactly. Now, in future, when you keep on, in this case here, updating your general ledger, everything, so long as you're doing everything correctly, then you don't have to come and again, you start doing what here? You start doing this nonsense of like now what you're doing here. No, it will be doing itself like that. Now, then as an accountant, your wheel will be rolling down the hill. I mean, you're doing very little work and yet earning lots of money. All right. But again, first of all, before I continue, could there be anybody who has reached where Mwalimu has reached again? Yeah, I'll be able to upload. Is there anybody who has been able to reach where Mwalimu has reached? Please don't get tired. Yes, like Sam is already with me here. Sam is already with me. Kim is already with me. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That is really, really, really good. Good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please listen and listen to me and listen to me very well. So then, if, for example, remember, go back to your visualizations here. Go back to where you are. This is very, very build the visual. So at times in this case here, you may want, for example, to fix a graph. You may want to fix a graph here. So it's very easy. For example, you could come and fix this line graph, line chart inside here. If you come and say, for example, just simply click there. So if you click there, you can see from 2018, what is happening? The sales is growing, a good performance. The sales is growing and growing. It started down here. Yeah, almost 4 million, 3.57, kept on growing, growing, growing. And I can change these charts the way I wish. For example, I can come and give them like this pie chart note, like stacked graph. I can give them the bar charts showing very nice, right? All right. Then you have great things, ladies and gentlemen, here. Click to turn on drill down. I'll be able to show you what drill down means. You can drill down these sales on a quarterly basis. Great things this Power BI has. Great things this Power BI has. So I'll be uploading this on YouTube. And of course, on YouTube, I expect you guys to do what you have to follow my channel. My channel currently has got 40,000 subscribers, courtesy of you great people. Yeah, and now I'm getting something out of it. It took quite a long time before I started getting something from YouTube, but now I can see I'm getting something not very bad. Actually, this could be my pension in the future. If I just work hard a little bit and get like 100,000 on a monthly basis from YouTube, that will be very good. And that can only happen with your support. And then most importantly, we have these short courses, yeah, which are starting on the 8th. 8th will be on Sunday evening. Yeah, you need to join us. So like, for example, Advanced Excel, our students, we are charging 2,500. We have in this case here Tally, QuickBooks, so many of them. Please take advantage of these short courses. This 1 month, it can be a great game changer for you. If you need more information on the same, our number is 0719 525 1000. 0719 525 1000. Many times, and I told you this yesterday, most of us will come and say that, CPAs are not getting jobs. Trust you me, CPA is a science. There are things, if you happen to know, that's why you'll get this Mwalimu being busy Monday through Monday. Why? Because you are always required to come and do this for us. Like now we are doing valuation of one of the biggest insurance companies using this just normal Excel. Yeah, business evaluation, all right, financial modeling like that. So CPA is a science. It's not just about passing exams. No, that's why you get somebody who is an ATD3 working for the UN. Of course, I know there could be something to do with connections, but at the end of the day, majorly, what matters most is the knowledge that you have. Most of you guys are not putting in enough time to understand this practical bit of CPA. If you understand the practical bit of CPA, like the standards, there is quite a lot outside here. Like, for example, IFRS 17, insurance contracts, very few specialists we have in the market. So if you are known and then you know how to brand yourself, I'm so sure raise cost chakula CPA, top notch. All right. So those ninjas who have been able to follow and reach where Mwalimu has reached, I would want to give you now powers to go and read. Powers to go and read. For this, like now, Power BI, I don't have to belabor a lot. Once you guys have gotten, in this case, here, that concept, so now I expect you guys to start drilling down. You keep on trying. So now when I have to show you how to get this P&L fully, balance sheet fully, statement of comprehensive changes, or rather changes in equity. Then we have statement of what your financial position. But once you have known how to derive sales, then every other thing now becomes what? Yeah, very, very easy. So guys who have been following from the very beginning, I would want to chase them away if, of course, they would want to run away. Otherwise, I'm welcoming them to stay with us behind here, and they will be able to do what? Yeah, they'll be able to learn. Which thing is this? You need it now.